If we take a look at our toolbox, you can see the keywords that are associated with this document type. Supply request total is one of our keywords, so I want to copy the grand total field, which is a non-keyword field, over to the supply request total field. And the supply request total is actually going to be on page 2 of our form. So to accomplish this, we're going to use what's called a custom action. Custom actions allow you to do dynamic things on your form. What do I mean by dynamic? Well, the form will not stay the same. It will change depending on the data it receives. Custom actions replace the need to use a programming language like JavaScript to code this functionality into your form. To create a new custom action, we're going to click on the custom action icon, and then we're going to click New. It's a good idea to have useful names for your custom actions so they're easier to find in the list. Let's call this copy grand total to supply request total keyword. When setting up custom actions, you'll notice you have conditions and you have actions, kind of like an if-else statement. If this happens, then the action will occur. Under conditions, if we click the add button, we can add a new condition. You can take a look at the list. We have several conditions here. One of the more popular conditions is expression is true. This means if this event happens on the form, we consider that true. If the event does not happen, it's false. So let's go ahead and select expression is true here. What I'm looking for is anytime the grand total value is greater than 0 or has some kind of value, go ahead and copy it over to my supply request keyword. Notice the text in blue are clickable fields. So I need to establish what the value is equal to. That will be my condition. In this case, I just want if the grand total is greater than 0 to go ahead and trigger this action to occur. So I'm going to click the first value field here. And the drop down is where you're going to find your fields and sections. This is where having a useful ID name on your properties comes into play. I want to select grand total, click OK. The equals field is also clickable. I can toggle this to different operators. I want greater than. And for value, I want to just select 0. Now with number fields, I can just type the number, but if it were text, I would need to put those in double quotes. Go ahead and click OK. So now if grand total is greater than 0, then what? So I want to add an action here. We have several actions in our list. I want to copy the value from one field to another. To do that, I'm going to use the set field value action. Now, intuitively, we want to go left to right here, but you need to establish the value first, what you're copying, and then secondly, the field where you're copying it to. So we're going to click the value first. The value, well, it's coming from our grand total field. And where do we want to copy that value? We want to copy it to the supply request total field, which is our keyword. Everything looks good here, so we'll go ahead and click OK. Notice existing values will be overwritten. I definitely want this, so as my table changes, it will continually update my supply request total keyword. Let's test this out. Now, to test this second page that has my supply request total, I want to log in as the 9-Second Food Manager. The 9-Second Food Manager has access to my administration tab for page 2, where our supply request total is. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some sample data here. My subtotal fields are still updating, as well as my grand total. So I have a grand total of $220. Let's check on the administration tab where I have my supply request total, and it is being updated as well. So it is copying our value. Now you can also click Submit here to see what values are being copied to the keywords on this form. By clicking Submit, we'll get a list of our keywords that are on this document type and what values will be stored in those keywords. So if you ever need to store one of your calculated fields as a keyword or just copy one field to another field, you'll want to take advantage of that set field value action.